Hello children of the night, and welcome to Tarot Nights with the Hanged Empress. Here we do shadow work following the moon, and this week we have our new moon in Cancer. And it's actually a transitional moon, looking at the 3 days surrounding it. The new moon is going to be right smack in between Cancer and Leo, which I've been getting a lot of self-care reminders from the universe lately, and I think that is a really good aspect to put into your family. I feel like there's a nice little balance between family and self, and giving enough to each side so that you can be in better harmony in your family space. So I think it's going to be a very interesting new moon with all of these vibes coming in. Oh, I can't wait to get into our reads. So let's go. Dang, Scorpio! Got some falling in reverse, watch the world burn vibes coming in. I got people that don't like me in the industry. I can feel your energy. You are not a friend of me. Yeah. Alright. Squared off, huh? It's going down in the depths. As I say that, what turns over in the depths? Literally in the middle of the deck. We got a story unfolding on the inside of the Scorpio. Because I have been to places that you never want to go, yeah. Alright. We got the King of Cups. The Nine of Wands. Two Pentacles. Straight up, self-love and determination and internal motivation, ruled and driven by our emotional self. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but like I said, I feel like we are squaring off right here, Scorpio. Knight of Swords and the Sun. 2 swords and 9 swords. I feel like we're really holding on and fighting for this sun. This feels like ultimate protection over the sun, but at the same time, that 9 of Swords throws me is, again, I'm not sure if this is good or bad. I don't quite know the connotation here, because that 9 of Swords could be, you inducing fear over the protection of this sun, of this light, of this awareness, and all of the bright and happy feelings and things. But at the same time, it could be agonizing or tormenting you. Fighting so fiercely for this sun. But it feels like there are people, looking out, someone's looking out for it. Somebody's got their eyes on it. They're moving in, and it's just this back and forth battle. I don't know who's wrong and who's right in this situation. And, odds are, there's parts on both sides. There typically is. There's usually a toxicity on both sides. Because we're all toxic. No one is perfectly pure and light. And I guess that's the reason that I have this hesitation, is because, are we holding this thing at an unattainable value? And that's why we're holding on to it so tightly? Or are we simply protecting what is good and what is light? I can feel your energy. You are not a friend of me. I have been to places that you never want to go, yeah. Just bringing that back one more time. Like, I don't know, man. Push it back. Like some vicious spirits up in here. You know, you gotta... And sometimes that's what you gotta do. You have to wield the sword. You have to bare those teeth. You have to use that stinger and defend yourself in the depths, you know? A lot goes on in the dark. People like to keep it in the dark, not talk about it, but sometimes things gotta be addressed, which, you know, all of these swords, again, like, sometimes things need to be addressed. Lines need to be drawn. This could very much be, like, protecting your peace, protecting your everything that touches your kingdom in your sun, in your space. Just, you don't say. Page of Swords, and the Tower reversed. Just a moment. So what this feels like is a youthful action, a youthful way of expressing oneself might actually be the thing that lights the fuse from the bottom up from this tower. I mean, it feels like our side. I didn't know if we were going to get back to this right away, so I blew out the candle. So now I've got the smell of the burnt out candle smoke running through here, and it's really adding to the intensity. I really guess it's a matter of what side you're on. Like I said, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Tearing down towers can be good. Seeing the tower card shouldn't scare anybody, just like the death card or anything else. Everything has its own meaning in its correct time and space. And sometimes things need to come down to make room. Whether it be through, you know, I don't want to say uneducated action. But now I'm also in the position of like, though I wouldn't call you a dunce, I could see, understandably so, how some people could be looking down at you from a top of a steeple point of view. But it's so, like, internal, external. Like, I don't know, again, if this is actionable upon you, or these are actions that you are inducing yourself. Because all of this stuff was still going on the inside. Like, all of these, like, revolutions were happening inside of you, and amongst all of this chaos, somewhere internally, you did find light. You did see light. Maybe this is the understanding that all of those fearful actions, through self-love, what we saw was through all those fearful actions that we had made, all of those decisions in ways that we were behaving were actually in defense, in protection, with the intention of holding onto and preserving your own light, your own highest self, your own, your inner child, your pure, the pure essence of you, your sun. So that's why I say deconstruction is sometimes very good. Deconstruction can be fine, not something to fear. I think it's all what we're doing inside. And what it may look like on the outside is some sort of self-sabotage. But really, I'm not falling apart. I'm just deconstructing so that I can rebuild. Sit with your feelings on this new moon and meditate on how you can better construct from the inside out. How can you feed this sunlight inside of you and let it grow and nurture it? It's summertime. It's the perfect time for growth and expansion. It's a balance. It's a balance of knowing how to care for the self and care for the others in our life, in our surroundings. You can't give too much to either one. So be on the lookout for those trips and triggers, those fear reactions, and be ready to go into yourself and restructure the boundaries that you hold for yourself, the love that you hold for yourself, love the light that you have, and figure out how to nurture it and let it grow. We're not battling back. Well, I mean, I guess we are kind of battling back monsters and beasts in the internal and the external all of the time. But at the same time, every monster, every beast has that little bit of light, has a higher self, even you. And we all just try to figure out how to keep it safe. So act practically. Don't spill your cup of emotions over just anything. Hold it strong, hold it steady, hold it firm. This is your cup. We're learning how to hold it. Thank you, Scorpio. I hope you have a fantastic new moon. We'll see you next time.